Hey guys, it's TechGenie back again with another video. I thought what I'll do today is a quick video on a new ROM for the Samsung Galaxy S2. Of course this may work on other different devices, but this is a device we'll be using for this example today. Okay, so before we install the ROM, there's a few preparation things we need to do. First thing is back up your device, because when you do this you will remove all data on your phone. Second thing is obviously install the ROM and the gaps to go with it. A way of backing up your phone as opposed to plugging it into your computer and transferring files is using an app called Titanium Backup. Now I have mentioned this app before, but I'm going to mention it again. It's really useful. So you do need root permissions. So all you do for this is you just click on the top right little square with a tick in it, and it will allow you to back up all your apps and all your data that goes with that apps. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll be back when it's done. Okay, so while this is backing up, I'm just going to show you the separate downloads that you'll need to do for this ROM. So this is what we're downloading, MIUI. For the Samsung Galaxy S2, version 6 is not available, but we will be trying to install version 5. Here you can scroll through and there's obviously loads of different devices that you can install it for. I'm using the GTi9100, so obviously I'll click on this and then it will take me to the downloads page, and you can download the full ROM from their website. Alternatively, you can use the link that I put in the description, put forward by this guy from galaxys2root.com, and I'm using a download of his website for this one. I will put the links in the description as I said. Okay, so just a quick announcement here. The iPad Air unboxing has gone live just now, so if you haven't seen this video of the iPad Air unboxing, I recommend going to have a look at that, and obviously we've got loads of different videos on our channel of different things you can do if you have root on your phone. That's all under our playlist Customize Android, so go and check that out. I strongly advise it. Okay, so we have now done backing up everything on our device. So what we're going to do now is going to reboot into recovery. For my phone you hold down the power button, home button and volume up, and you just hold that down until so you just hold this down. Usually it doesn't take long. People say let go now, but I just like to hold on until it comes up. Okay, so now we've done booting it up into recovery mode, you come to this screen. Your screen may be slightly different to mine, but don't worry, it doesn't make much difference. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk you through the different steps on how to install this ROM. Okay, so same as usual, power button to select, volume up to move up and volume down to move down. First thing we want to do is we want to wipe data and factory reset. So using volume down, selecting yes. So the reason I told you to save your ROM on the external SD card, if you have one, is because we will be doing this. We will be factory resetting it, so anything that you've saved will be deleted. So the second thing we want to do is scroll down to wipe cache partition. So you can see it there, wipe cache partition. Then we want to press power button to select. We then want to scroll down, and yes, we want to wipe it. Okay, the last thing we want to do before we install the ROM is go into advanced, then wipe Dalvik cache. So you can see wipe Dalvik cache there. And then yes, we want to install, yes, we want to wipe Dalvik cache. So once that's done, we want to go back. Right, so once we've done all of that, we want to install the ROM. So what we do for that is we go into install zip from SD card, scroll down and select. We then want to go choose zip from SD card at the top. So this will be your external SD card. And then at the bottom here we have the ROM that we want to install. So again, MIUI and then your model number. And then we want to install that. This should take a bit of time to install, so don't worry if it takes too long. You'll have like a little progress bar here that appears in a minute. I'll show you that. While this is doing, I just want to say a few things. This ROM is made in China, so some of the settings in here are in Chinese, but that's not a big deal. The only problem is this is a bit buggy, this ROM. And it doesn't work for every single device. So if you go onto their website like I showed you earlier, it gives you a list of devices that their ROM supports. But most importantly, the gaps that I told you to install, you must install those exact ones, because I've tried a load of different gaps and it doesn't work. And if they don't work, I'll see what I can do to try and help you out, but it may just put you out of using this ROM completely. So you can see here the progress bar telling you how long until it's done. It should be done in a second, but I'm going to come back when it is done. Okay, so you can see at the bottom it says install from SD card complete. So now we're ready to go on to the next step. So again, you want to go to choose zip from SD card and navigate to where you saved your gaps. I have saved my gaps on my internal storage just now. So I'm going to scroll down to downloads, and down here you can see MIUI Android gaps, so just there. Those are the ones that we will select, so we're going to select those now. Yes, we want to install those, and we're going to let those install. So you see here it says install from SD card complete, so now it looks like we are ready to go. First thing before we do that, I suggest wiping your cache partition again. Yes, wipe cache, let that do that. Go into advanced and wipe Dalvik cache again. Once that's done, go back, and then we want to reboot system now. So I'm just going to let this boot up, and I'll come back and I'll tell you roughly how long it took. It's the first boot, so it should take a bit of time, so don't worry about that if it takes too long. Okay, so I've just completed the boot. It took roughly 3 or 4 minutes to do. This is the screen that we are met with when we first arrive at the after installing the ROM. So it says welcome to MIUI, and then it says choose your language. I am English. I don't think it has many language options. I think it's just got Chinese, Japanese and English. So okay, so I don't know how well you can see this, but basically after I've set up my Wi-Fi it asks me to set up a Xiaomi account. So this is basically so we can install updates and we can use the theme that comes within this app. So I'm going to quickly set this up. I have an existing account, but you may need to go into new and set it up, and then it will ask you for a verification through your email. Okay, so now that's done setting it up, it tells me about My Cloud, which is basically like iCloud, just with an M in front of it, and it's all about saving data and sharing data and things like that. Now there's a useful thing here, it says data traffic protection. It's similar to what comes on most ROMs, and it basically asks how much data you use. Okay, so we've now reached congratulations, you have set up your phone. So it's just now going to launch the launcher, and we're going to go through and see if everything works fine. Okay, so if you've done everything that I said, you will have the Play Store installed. Now I've installed this ROM, not using this download, 3 times and it has failed. I have installed this ROM twice using this download but with different gaps, and it has also failed. So in conclusion, basically, to get this ROM to work you must use the download that I've given you. That's for the Samsung Galaxy S2 GTi9100. If it's not that phone, you must go onto their website and install the ROM straight from there. And then you must use the link for the gaps that I've given you and do everything in the same order that I have done, or you'll find yourself in a lot of trouble and having to reinstall the ROM loads of times with loads of different gaps. Okay, so I just had a quick play around with this now, and I've noticed that there aren't so many bugs as I thought there were, which is good news. But there are a few things that are weirdly set up, which I will cover in another video. But quickly, just to get you going on this, you will notice when you install MIUI that root permission is disabled. So it says here S-Tweaks is trying to gain root access, blah 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 blah, and it can't get it. So basically what this means is MIUI disables root access as a default. So to turn root access on, you need to go into the system apps here, and you need to go down into permissions at the bottom here. Okay, so here you come into permissions and it says root. You want to click on this, and then you want to enable permissions. So then it comes up down here for this other things, and you want to press OK. And now you have root. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a play around with this, see the different things you can do. Obviously there's loads of different themes you can install, so there's quite a few videos that should be coming up soon on MIUI ROM. I'm quite looking forward to doing some stuff. If you have any ideas, guys, do let me know down in the comments. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope it helped. And if you have any problems, leave a comment down below or email me at our link, TechGenieT3G@gmail.com. So just send me an email and I'll try and help solve your problems. There is a link to what our email is down below in the comments, in the description. So yeah, until next time guys, adios.